He was neither rich nor powerful. He did not even have a home that he could call his own. Yet his teachings have influenced millions. Did Jesus Christ really exist? Normally, when someone asks this question, they mean whether there's such evidence outside the Bible. So let's start with what two well-known people said about Jesus. Michael Grant, a historian and an expert on ancient classical civilization, said, "If we apply to the New Testament, as we should, the same sort of criteria as we apply to other ancient writings containing historical material, we can no more reject Jesus' existence than we can reject the existence of a mass of pagan personages whose reality as historical figures is never questioned." Someone everyone undoubtedly knows is Albert Einstein. When asked if he viewed Jesus as a historical person, he responded, "Unquestionably. No one can read the Gospels without feeling the actual presence of Jesus. His personality pulsates in every word. No myth is filled with such life." The most remarkable confirmation outside the Bible about Jesus' existence comes from Publius Cornelius Tacitus. He is often considered the greatest historian of the Roman Empire. Among other things, he wrote about how Emperor Nero tried to blame the fire in Rome on the so-called Christians, whom he despised. He called their faith a deadly superstition. But he does tell us something very interesting. For instance, he says, "The founder of this name, Christ, was executed during the reign of Tiberius by the procurator Pontius Pilate." And this is exactly what the Gospels also tell us. Another strong indication that speaks directly about Jesus as a real person comes from Flavius Josephus. Josephus was a Roman Jewish historian of priestly and royal descent. In his book, Jewish Antiquities, he mentions Jesus twice. He tells how the high priest Ananus called an assembly and brought out James with some others. He made the accusation that they had broken the law and should be stoned. To identify his account which James he is talking about, he says, "The brother of Jesus, which is called Messiah." This brief identification of Jesus, merely to show which James Josephus was talking about, gains credibility regarding the existence of Jesus because the passage itself is not about him. As far as we know, no person from ancient times questioned his existence. Even pagans, the Jews, the rabbis who were opposed to Jesus, did not deny his existence. The rabbis even claimed that Jesus' birth was illegitimate, that he performed miracles through black magic, and that he provoked apostasy. It is important to know whether Jesus really existed because his teaching is important. He promised that a time will come when people can live in a peaceful and safe world, united under one world government, God's kingdom. Jesus made that clear when he said in his well-known prayer, "Our Father in heaven, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven."